No, hold on 1 second.
And when we do go live, we should call live. Like have people call into the show. All right. We're back for inaugural season. This is episode 4 of the Jack Show, where we're missing the K. Just gonna start calling it the Jazz Show.
Let me zoom in on what Mikey is today. So each day we're gonna have a different character for Mikey. So this is Mikey today. Welcome, Mikey, the Mikey. French bulldog.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you look great, buddy. Thanks for showing up again. We know you're super busy, but we don't give a shit.
Let me read to y'all the text chain that went out this morning.
Yeah, read that shit.
Roll call for the 10 a.m. show. Going all in. The Jack Show. With your Joker, your Ace, and your King of Missing Shows.
I think we might change it to the Jock Show, and that would stand for Joker, Ace, Queen. But we're gonna keep him, give him an extra chance. We're gonna FaceTime this dude here in a minute.
We get a peace sign after the roll call, and we send a question mark. Like, what does that even mean, Mikey? And then he says if Nico doesn't respond in the next minute, I said I'm in. And then he says, hey guys, pray for me. I sent him one that says, what's up? Just super busy. All's good.
So we're praying for you, Mikey.
Praying for you, Mikey.
If you pray for us too, because we're
busy.
fucking super busy as well. Thank you. Anyway,
everybody needs prayers for being super busy.
Yeah, definitely. We want to pray for everyone out there that's super busy. Yeah, we pray that you're not super.
Well, that you're not super busy. Yeah, but when that happens, you probably ask us to pray for you that you become busy again.
That's how it goes, man. You don't want to be busy, and then you're busy, and then you're not busy, and you're screwed.
Yeah.
Mike is busy at work, so if he doesn't get busy, that might be a problem for him.
So, last week we talked about the mushroom reset.
Yeah, I'm still wondering if that was a good idea or not. And I don't know who commented, but I don't know if it was you. We all kind of have the same account, but someone said if I wasn't the boss, I'd get fired. It might have been myself because it's probably true, but yeah, the mushroom said it's done and over with. So that was a great show. I was a little out of it that day. I don't have any excuse, but that was the most horrible production show. And I promise I'm going to get better. We started on time today, and
nice.
We're going to freestyle. Nico, you're still on?
So we'll get more of a script going when we start having interviews on. And, of course, as we mentioned in the last few episodes, what we'd like to do is start having people who we know, who are friends of us, friends of the show, show's going to be friends to them, give them a spot to shamelessly plug their business. And so we're working out the kinks still. In fact, actually, my wife watched our last episode and said, y'all got some work to do.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Nicole. We appreciate it. We appreciate the confidence, but we're gonna make you happy.
So I was just mentioning to Kevin, every morning I get on Facebook and I look and see who I'm friends with that has a birthday. And it doesn't matter what level of friend that we are. If we're friends on Facebook, you are getting a message from me with some form of a cat that says happy birthday. Just so happens.
I never do that. No one gets birthday blessings or happies from me. Get over it. You're not a kid. But this is Nico's thing. So it's a cat?
It's a cat. I pick different cats. They all say happy birthday, doing something, like but lately I've been sending out one. It's a cat dressed up like a pirate. It's got the costume on its front. So it's walking like this, and it's just got this sword, and it says "Happy Birthday." It's dumb, but
where did the cat inspiration?
I'm curious to know because there's different levels of friends on Facebook, right? Like when I message,
a different level of cats.
Yeah, there is actually a different level of cats. I do send different ones. Some people I know will get my sense of humor, and I send particular ones that other people might really wonder what's wrong with me if I send them. And so,
what is wrong with you?
In any case, this morning it was Robert Hill's birthday. Robert, happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Robert.
Robert and I go way back. I mean, just talking about like the first person, one of the first people I met at Klein, and what we know about those pool hall days, and drinking beers and Jaeger, and so in any case, he's got 3 accounts on Facebook. I think he's been hacked a few times and had to shut things down. I sent you one to all 3, bro. So enjoy.
What's the deal with people having multiple Facebooks, man? Is that like a thing? Are they kicked off? Like, I get a friend request from this one dude like over and over and over. I don't know how many accounts he has. It's like 20. I stopped accepting them because I was scared of what might happen.
The best, man, is I've had people send me an Instagram, and it's people I know, and so I'm like, oh, great, yeah, man, God, let's connect, we're friends, and then we're having conversations, and I'm like, man, this conversation is really taking like kind of a funky turn, and I start to suspect like maybe their account has been hacked. They didn't really send me a friend request, but I've just given them a bunch of personal information on what's happened with me like the last 10 to 15 years. And then come to find out, they send out a message saying, hey, my account's been hacked. And I go, damn, I got duped. I have a conversation with a hacker.
Yeah, hackers suck, and it seems like Facebook. So I'm on Facebook, and one of the reasons I'm on Facebook is I like to share my life pictures and events, and it's kind of selfish because I really just care about when the memories come up, and I spend more time on my feed than I look at other people's shit because I like to remember what I've done. I take pictures of all my vacations and a bunch of stuff like that.
It's actually a great tool for that. I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's really fun because now, like, I've been on Facebook for 10 years, and now a lot of memories are popping up. So every day something will, pop up, and it's funny if you comment on a memory, it automatically kind of posts back on the feed. Yeah. And people don't look at the date, and they're just like, "Oh, congratulations!" So I do it all.
You got married again? Yeah.
But yeah, so. The funny thing is that I have my business pages on Facebook, and actually, this is something we can talk about vanity posting and ego posting. And I used to do that with Facebook because I wanted to get my business out, and then I realized there was no return on investment. But now my Facebook account for Ace Office Furniture Houston is disabled from me. Like, I'm the owner of the account, but somehow I got flagged or something. I have no control over my own business account. It's weird. I tried to call Mark Zuckerberg. He didn't answer. So I don't know what the deal is.
Really?
No, he didn't answer my phone call. I'm a little pissed off. But anyways, Facebook's weird. Do you think Facebook's addictive?
I think it probably is.
Yeah. How's that going to affect our youth? That's what I'm
worried about. I think for our youth, they'll be using a different platform, right? Like, we already know that the younger generation views Facebook as old people's platform.
Yeah.
So there was like a generation that came after that used Instagram. Yeah. And now there's actually young kids that think, Instagram, that's for old people.
Yeah. So what is it, TikTok?
Yeah, my daughter.
But they're all the same, right? I mean, it's all kind of the same deal, living in a virtual world, right? I mean,
social media. I'm a virtual girl.
Like that. See if you can sing that at the same time. So next episode,
virtual girl.
Nico's singing. But what song are you going to sing next episode live? And we're going to do it chopped and screwed.
Yeah. We're going to be doing Golden Girls.
Golden Girls.
Yeah, the Golden Girls theme song, chop and screw. Man, we're going to come up with some way that we can chop and screw that song.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit you with that hot beat.
Hot beat.
Yeah.
So you can see on the set today that we got a lot of Astros stuff out here.
Absolutely.
Nico, you're the Astros guru. Tell us about what's happening. Tell us about us kicking the White Sox. Tell us about taking another pair of socks out.
Mm-hmm.
Give us the lowdown on the Stros.
We go from White Sox to Red Sox, my friend.
And they both stink. Socks stink.
Yeah.
Either color.
So, interesting. This last series, there was a relief pitcher, Ryan Tapia, who decided he was going to poke the bear a little bit and insinuate that we do sketchy stuff at home. And what he said was, you see all the strikes and the misses that the Astros had in this third game of the series, which we lost. And he started to say that what we do is sketchy, and we're still doing sketchy stuff. And then our manager, Dusty Baker, hit him with the facts and said, first of all, I never heard of this guy.
Who the hell are you?
Had to look him up. And then Dusty hits him with, actually, if you look, all of our offensive statistics are actually better on the road than they are at home. And then some of the players came out and actually said, bro, we scored 6 runs in the first game at home, 9 in the second game at home, another 6 at your house that you beat us on, and then we come out and destroy you 10-1.
10-1.
Shut up, Ryan Tapara.
Yeah, so a lot of people hate on the Stros, man. A lot of people do. There's a video on there. So I've been trying to go to some games this year, and there's a video on there, and they straight up, this guy went out of his way to say cheaters.
Like, so dumb. And people don't even know. They don't
fucking move around. Like,
Jesus Christ, man. And I talked to Nicole about this. We're both in agreement that if you can videotape a signal caller, like a catcher, who he's looking at the pitcher, there's a batter up, he puts down a hand signal. If you can videotape that from the outfield, relay it into, not even the dugout, it was actually going into the locker room, and somebody in the locker room would then transmit that over to the dugout so they could bang on the trash can in time for the hitter before the pitcher throws this pitch. Remember, he's just done this, right? Catcher just done this.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you got, like a 2-second window there?
Before he throws?
Yeah. And you're getting a bang, you know, like,
you got that 5G, it's fast.
Listen.
They don't have earpieces? They're not allowed to wear earpieces in baseball?
They're not. But most hitters, people don't understand this, most professional hitters are sitting on one of two things. They're either sitting on speed or location. And what I mean by that is they've studied film. They know this pitcher. They kind of have an idea of what his game plan might be for them, and they have a game plan for him. And sometimes their at-bat is actually a setup for a later at-bat. And so there's a cat and mouse type thing that's going on there. In any case,
it's a lot more involved than just going and hitting, which I'm finding out more and more.
In any case, most of the time when they're up there, they're thinking, okay, I'm either sitting on a fastball or I'm sitting on off-speed pitch, which is a slowed-down version of a pitch. And so they're either thinking, I'm not worried about location, I'm only worried about one speed and catching up to that speed. Or they're saying, I'm not worried about speed, I'm targeting a location within this box that you see on TV.
Yeah.
And so there's just a lot of guessing that's already going on.
So the game that we lost, was it a box that the umpire was looking at? Because it seemed like a triangle. It seemed like a triangle to me. Like, there was a couple throws in there that were super questionable. Like, super duper questionable.
This is the part about the game that seems like wrestling. And I notice it in basketball too. You don't have it happen in football as much because football is a one game, with an opponent. But when you have, a 5-game series or a 7-game series with, baseball or basketball, it's to the advantage of whether it's MLB or the NBA to extend a series because they're getting paid by the companies who are broadcasting it, and those companies are getting paid by advertisers. And so you can't tell me that somebody's not saying to a certain umpire, tonight's game needs to be called this way on the strike zone for this opponent.
Let me ask you
this way for a different opponent.
Does the umpires and the officials at home, do they live at home? Does a White Sox umpire,
no,
do they live there? They travel out?
They travel.
So do they don't have any vested interest in that team? They're not their hometown team.
No, but I'll tell you what I think has happened, because the beat writers and the media have all grown to hate the Astros I think that carries over actually into umpires as well. Because of the cheating scandal, nobody's saying they didn't cheat. Because of the cheating scandal, I believe that some of the umpires, have a little bit of resentment, maybe have it out for the Astros are going to call things, a little more tight for their pitchers, a little more loosely for their opponent pitchers. And so I definitely think that happens.
Yeah, so that's not fair at all, though. I don't think that they should be able to be like affiliated with the team, and they should be like quizzed on that, correct? Or it's a little bit different in MMA. I'm a big MMA fan, and all the judges and everything are local to Texas, which I don't think is appropriate at all. Because one, I guess they have a vested interest in the team or the state, But I could be wrong.
Some of the younger folks that watch sports, especially some of the other sports, when they see replays and things like that, technology that we have that shows, hey, this was out of bounds, they want, well, why can't that box that we're looking at on TV, why can't that actually just be the strike zone, that we hear about, and it gets called?
It seems like they should have the camera steady enough to see that, and the technology should be able to see if it goes in that box.
It's the baseball purist or old school mentality that says we want the human element involved. So
when a guy goes, yike!
Before the pitch is even there, right? He's like, yeah! You're like, dude, the pitch hasn't even showed up yet.
And then you hear the trash can from the Astros trying to cheat. So we're not going to do this yet, but I brought this for Nico, so we're trying to do a prop every show. I'm gonna do this in a little while. I just want to show you guys what this is. This is a Boston Red Sox hat. This is a torch. Oh, this is it. And this is a fire extinguisher. Something fell off. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, it's just the safety. That's just the safety.
Oh, that's a wall hanging out. So today, before the show's over, we're gonna burn this Boston Red Sox hat.
Preparation for tonight's game.
Yeah, we're gonna start it off right.
Yeah.
And you want me to just burn this thing right now?
Yeah, just burn it right now.
I'm not gonna catch the whole thing on fire.
Not the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna catch the whole thing on fire. I'm gonna go outside after we do this.
Will we be able to urinate on this baseball hat?
Yeah, we're gonna urinate. We're gonna light it on fire. Nico might take a poop in it. I don't know if you can see this good. Let me switch it to another camera so
let's make sure you don't burn yourself.
Let's see exactly what we're looking at here.
I hear gas coming out of this thing.
Yeah, there's gas coming out, so we might need to turn that off. So this is the hat. Here we go. Here's the hat, and we're gonna come back over here. This thing is going off.
Oh yeah.
So here we go.
Oh yeah. There we go. Get that camera.
So here we go. Here's the hat.
There we go.
You're gonna toast it up.
Yeah. Suck, Boston.
Boston, you suck. So yeah, this hat's on fire here. I'm gonna shut it down. The hat is burning. Nico's spitting on. I just spit on Nico, but the hat's out. The fire alarm did not go off. I'm gonna set it right here. This is a safety spot. It really stinks in here. Yeah. So fuck the Red Sox. Go H-Town. The smell was like really bad.
So yeah, we're looking forward to the series.
Yep.
We lost our ace pitcher probably for maybe even the remainder of the season.
Who's that? And I heard that he's not the guy with the MRI.
Lance McCullers. I don't know if you've heard something. I know they had to announce it by 10 o'clock this morning.
Oh, I don't know if I've heard that he's announced, but I've heard from multiple sources that he's okay. That the MRI came back clean. There was no issues, no problems.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah,
but
he's the golden boy, right?
We are still the better team.
Yeah. Do we need him to win?
We have better statistics all year. We led the majors in runs scored, and Boston, I think, was fourth. And in a head-to-head matchup this year, out of 7 games, we won 5. So I'm looking forward to us actually. It's probably going to be close. Both bullpens are going to get used and probably abused. But I'm looking for some high-scoring games, and I'm looking for us maybe hopefully in 5, but probably 6. Maybe it goes to 7. I hope not.
I'm going to ask this question, and it might be inappropriate for Nico, but are you superstitious about the Astros? Because we've had some text feed, and you kind of got angry at me for some of the stuff I said and may have done. Tell me about about these superstitions.
Well, here's what Kevin did. Kevin sent me a text message. Okay, now this was after the second game of the Chicago White Sox series. So we're up 2-0. We're going to Chicago, and he sends me a text message.
Wait! I'm going to interrupt you, hey, Mikey. Mikey, you're next. Dude, we want to hear from you. So, sorry, Nick, I didn't interrupt because Mikey hadn't really said shit the whole show. So go back to your superstition in the story.
So
we'll get to Mikey next.
Kevin sends me a text message. Says, "Do you want to go to the game Wednesday at home?" Now we just won 2 games at home. We're now traveling to play 2 games in Chicago, and what that would mean is that he's trying to purchase tickets for a game 5, meaning he wants tickets for a game that would insinuate we lost 2 in Chicago. And I said, dude, if you purchase those tickets, I might not be able to talk to you for a while. Because if you purchase those tickets, it's going to be bad omen, bad juju. And Kevin sends me a text message back, says, how can you believe in God and be superstitious?
Man, also, how do you feel that you're so powerful that you can control the outcome of a game? That's what I want.
And I am. I'm baseball superstitious. Part of it just comes, if you're a Houstonian, you just know, like, just sports-wise, you're always expecting the other shoe to drop, right? Like, we had the Lakers on the ropes. I mean, we were on our way to the championship. No, not the Lakers. I'm sorry. Who was that we were playing? Golden State, right? When Golden State was in their run of a couple of championships, we had them on the ropes, and Chris Paul goes down, and we go from being up in that series to losing it altogether. Yeah. But we would have gone to the championship had he not got hurt.
Did you hurt him with your mind?
No, but here's what I'm telling you is, like, okay, everybody remembers the Oiler-Buffalo debacle where we're up big, like going into halftime, and you literally could have just kneed the ball every time you just take a knee and run the clock out, but somehow we lose that game. And then, of course, everybody, probably remembers the Pujols moon blast that he hit off a freaking ledge. Where we're thinking, oh man, we're going to the World Series. This is it. We're trying to close it down. We got our closer in there. They already played the music for him. He comes in, boom, moonshot. Oh man, we gotta go to St. Louis now, and it's just bad omen, So part of it's growing up in Houston. You always expect the worst. I'm a pessimist by nature, and yeah, so I have some superstition when it comes to baseball, football, like. If we're losing and I'm watching a game, I may leave. I may just stop watching it, I went to China for our World Series, and a lot of people were like, hey, man, can you go to China again?
They wanted you out?
They're like, is there any way you can go to China again for this World Series?
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, I don't know if you saw the news yesterday, but I know in that first episode we were talking about guns, how we had guns when we were younger, some of the trouble you can get into. So there was 2 junior high kids here in Klein School District, that were arrested because they were vaping, and when there was a search on them or their backpack, they found a gun. And so the district attorney has said that they're going to pursue criminal charges against these basically junior high kids. And I just thought, man, with some of the information that I'm seeing out there the last year and a half, where we're letting convicted murderers out because of COVID, or not convicted murderers, people charged with murder, we're letting them loose because of COVID. or the district attorney is choosing not to prosecute some people because there's just a backlog, and all that we're dealing with this pandemic has allowed people who are actually going to court for murder charges commit other murders. And then I saw just, with some of the crazy stuff where we're now calling anything under $1,000 that's theft a misdemeanor. And so people are just going into stores
and get $980.
Get $980 and just walk out.
Yeah.
And nobody's prosecuting them.
Yeah.
And so now businesses are starting to close their doors because they're saying we can't deal with this.
Yeah. That's fun.
I don't know. It just seemed to me like I was like, how can we be prosecuting 2 junior high kids? No, there wasn't a death threat that I know of. They didn't pull the gun out on somebody. Dumb little kids. You see guns. Yeah, they shouldn't have had it. I don't know if they got it from their parents or if it's stolen.
Would it matter? I mean, they'd get it if they wanted it, right? I mean, I don't know.
And I don't want them bringing it to school, right? I mean, I brought guns to school, but I'm not advocating for people bringing guns to school. I know that that's wrong. I just don't understand the idea of wanting to pursue junior high kids in a criminal matter. The way that it's stated is almost like they're going to go after a conviction on these children, and we're not even doing that with adults.
Yeah. Yeah, the court system's messed up. The court system, in my opinion, too, man, if everyone just pled not guilty, they'd have to let everyone go, I've been through the court system, and they just try to make people plea bargain on half this stuff, which is just ridiculous, too. I mean, there's people that aren't guilty that are getting charges because they're too scared to go to court because their court-appointed attorney's like, you're going to lose. And they didn't even do it, but I don't know. We could talk forever about the stupid courtroom and all that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And criminals, too. Yeah. I mean,
we could get into that subject later on a different date. In fact, we probably will. I mean, obviously, both me and my brother, not that we were innocent. We weren't innocent.
Yeah.
But we were definitely charged and accused of things that they had no business charging us or accusing us of doing. And because we didn't have money to fight it, you took a deal.
Yeah. Well, I went through some of the same stuff, and I was guilty for everything that I did. But we'll talk about it. I'm not ashamed of it, and I'm all about second chances. And I'm all about second chances for my employees too. People make mistakes when they're young. I was one of those guys. I was 16 when I got in trouble, 17 when I got to court, and tried as an adult. So I went through that shit, and I don't know. I could talk about that forever. That and the death penalty and all that. I would like to have a whole show on that.
Dude, man, let's set it up. We'll invite somebody and we'll kill them at the end of the episode.
Yeah, execution style. Burn them with the torch.
Do you believe in the death penalty?
So, man, the pandemic's over, and I just want to talk about this. I had a fun ass weekend, and I want Nico to talk about what we're going to do this weekend next. But I went with my friend Matt Gallat and his wife Beverly. We've known them. Nico's been friends with them probably as long, or if not longer, than me. And it was the first time I'd seen Matt since he had a traumatic brain aneurysm, and he's lucky to be alive. And he's getting everything back. It's an amazing story, and I'd like for him to come on and definitely tell his story. But we went to the Texans game, and I'm going to show you we have some really, really dope seats. And the seats are so good. Beverly says, "Is this Matt's Make-A-Wish thing?" But when I go to games, I like to see cool games here. So this is our seats. We sat. Me and Matt's seat was directly on the goal line. It was really cool. So I don't know. You should be able to see this. Boom. Sideline seats, man. They were great. We had a very nice view of the cheerleaders as well. Through the oh, there they go. And it was a lot of fun. So they lost, and we kind of sucked.
You don't know this, but I was actually up there. My brother Frank gave us some tickets. I told my kids, I was like, guaranteed we're gonna lose. Do you guys want to go to a game where we're guaranteed going to lose? And both of them had never been to the stadium, so they said yeah. And so we're actually there. I didn't even realize you were there until after I saw y'all's post.
Really?
Yeah.
So we could have met up.
We could have met up, except we were in the 500 zone, so not like the tip top, but definitely above the middle. And it was cool. The kids got to see that flea flicker. It came in on our side.
Yeah.
Where Mills handed the ball off the running back. I don't even remember which back it was. I think it might have been David Johnson. He flips it back to Mills, and Mills hits Cooks down the sideline in the end zone. Yeah, so that was the last score that they had. Oh, we're up here again.
Yeah.
And I told the kids, I was like, as New England started to chip away field goal by field goal, I said,
what happened with those field goals? I've never seen so many missed field goals.
The extra point.
Yeah, so check this out. The guy that was sitting there, he's the only dude that ruined our view. Is this big burly looking guy that was security, he was kind of in the way, but he was funny and he told us a lot about the game. And he said a lot of teams are taking the 5-yard penalty so they can go back and have a better shot, that it's so close now that they're missing.
The angle is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So that is unfortunately
there were 2 or 3 missed field goals on touchdowns.
In that game, there was, and our kicker in particular has missed a few this year.
Fire. You're fired.
I don't.
You have one job. I don't even know your name, Texans kicker. You have one job, and that's to kick a ball through a thing. And you missed like 4 field goals in one game, man. How is that even possible? How's it possible?
In any case, I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
See, people don't understand. Bill Belichick.
He's good.
He's good. I get it. Tom Brady was the reason for most of that, I think, in my opinion.
They learned to be better together.
But Belichick is what we call the master of halftime adjustments.
Yeah.
So he goes into the locker room, he sees what you've been doing in the first half, and he makes sure that he takes something away that you can't do in that next half. And so that first play in the third quarter that we had, the little trickery, the flea flicker, I just chalked that up to, nobody was looking for that trick play.
Yeah.
But you saw we didn't score another point in that game. And they kept chipping away field goal by field goal. And I told the kids, I said, guys, like the traffic that we had to get into this ballpark is going to be the same getting out. I was like, if we don't score in this fourth quarter, I said, we'll stay till the fourth quarter starts. But when we have the ball, if we don't score, man, we're out of here.
Yeah,
we're out of here.
early.
And so as we're walking out of the park, the people are out tailgating that never even go into the ballpark. They're watching TV. As we're walking past their TV, New England ties it up. We get in the car. We get on the freeway. We're almost home, and we lose the game. And I told him, I was like, guys, see, you don't want to stay and have your heart broken like that.
What if you would have stayed? Then I would have won. Superstition works good and bad.
No, not for me. It doesn't. It always works bad.
Well, I had a great time, and Matt and his wife are super big Texans fans, and it was Breast Cancer Awareness Month too, which is special to Beverly, obviously. And Matt can tell about that story. But Matt knows a lot about football, and he says, the game's over, Kevin. I'm like, there's 3 minutes left. And he's, trying to explain to me
it's over.
that how they're going to run the clock down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what if there's a fumble? He's like, it's not going to happen. They're going to take some penalties. We've lost. And I was like, well, should we go? And he's like, we might as well watch the whole thing. And we had a cool time. We took the train home. Because we Ubered there because I didn't have a parking pass and we didn't want to park. So we took the train. The train actually goes all the way from that past the medical center to my house, close to the Heights.
Okay.
But we stopped in downtown and had some coffee, and it was really cool to kind of chat and catch up with him because he's been through a lot of stuff, and it was cool to catch up and see how much he's recovered. It was really, really cool. We had a great time. What are we doing tomorrow? Are you gonna? Oh wait, is this gonna be superstitious? Should we talk about this next Friday?
No, this isn't superstitious. We're going to the game.
Yeah.
Kevin was kind enough to invite me and my wife out on a double date. He had some tickets. God bless him. We're going to the Astros game. What did you say, 3 o'clock start?
Yeah, they started at 3:02.
Yeah.
Is what the announcement, or 3:20, 3:02, something like that.
I'm guessing Garcia's going to be on the bump. And actually...
Have you been to a playoff game before?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to a playoff.
I've been to a World Series game before.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So we've been talking about going to the World Series, and it's expensive.
I got the tickets for free. Yeah. And the crazy part was like I got 2 tickets, and they said, now this is at the 2005 World Series. Okay, so we're going back before things had inflated to the level that they're at now.
Yeah.
Bagwell and Biggio's still on the team. Lance Berkman, so you know those names. My ticket said $150 face value, so I thought, damn, these are good tickets probably. I didn't know the ballpark went up that high. I did not. I went above the press and actually could turn around with this hand and touch the ceiling.
Very back row?
Very, very top. Very top. And it looks like ants. The players look like ants up there. And I was actually scared to jump up because I thought there was a chance I would fall all the way down.
Oh my God.
That's how high up I was. Like, you're
So I've been talking to Jed. He's a super big Astros fan too, and I've been asking him if he wanted to go to the World Series, and I wanted to try to buy 4 tickets, see if we could sell 2, and make them pay for themselves. Because if you buy them right now and they don't make it, you get your money back. So it's kind of a gamble, and you'd have to sell those other tickets, or they're expensive. It's the seats we wanted to go to were $4,000 a piece, and like me and Jed were both like, "Let's just, we could get a used Honda, or one baseball game, which you could watch on TV, and it'd probably be just as good picture, I guess." But yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it to that one. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, the crazy part on this one was that the tickets were being sent to me from somebody in Florida.
Yeah. Well, Jed went to the World Series too. He paid $1,000 for a nosebleed.
I actually had tickets for games 3, 4, and 5 in that series. Yeah. Now, people know that series we got swept by the Chicago White Sox, so there was never even a game 5. Yeah. But I had tickets for 3, 4, and 5. However, the tickets didn't actually get to me until game 3 was already over. I was like, it sucks, man. I missed game 3 because didn't get the tickets. We lost anyways.
Why didn't you get the tickets? They mailed them to you?
The mail,
okay.
Yeah. And,
so now they have apps so you can get them instantly.
Yeah, instantly. But things weren't as... You got to remember the smartphone. The smartphone's only 12, 13 years old,
Yeah.
This is 2005, so... Now, I took my brother-in-law, Michael Valeri. Shout out. Michael.
Shout out, Michael. We love you.
Yeah. And...
if you need some roofing or shingles...
Michael is like you maybe. He did not want to leave. I knew. I was like, going into the last inning, it was our 7, 8, and 9 hitter, which would have been Osmus, Everett, and then whoever they were going to basically pinch hit for, because at that time we had a pinch hitter. We were in the National League. And I said, this game's over. These guys, they can't hit. And Michael was like, no, man, we got to stay to the end. I said, bro, it is the end. Yeah. Let's get out of here because I can't watch all these Chicago White Sox fans in the stadium celebrating, dude. And he's like, no, it's never over until it's over. Like, it's over, bro. Let's get out of here.
So I have a question because when I watched the last game that they beat the Chicago White Sox, they were proud and every single fan stayed in, even though they lost. Did you see that part?
I did.
Yeah, they all stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. They were like, they had made it this far and they were loyal and they all stayed until it was 10 to whatever. Like there was no way to come back.
I'm not going to talk about people's intelligence. So.
You're wasting your time. Yeah. Get the heck out of there and stop the traffic.
I don't understand what you're doing. Like you're getting beat up. Like beat up 10-1. Wow. Actually, it's 7-1. I probably would have left. But as soon as Altuve blast that freaking 3-run shot, I would have been like, it's over. Let's get out of here.
So how tall is that dude, man? Because he looks so small, but he is the powerhouse of the team, man. Well, that guy is amazing.
So
is he your size?
I think they list him at 5'5".
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
5. Oh.
So they even list him at 5'5" or 5'6". But man, dude, he's a hell of a player for that.
That's short, like Spud Webb short. Who was the other short football player?
Oh, MJD, man, the pocket Hercules they call him.
Yeah,
it was 5'4" but weighed 250.
I'm 6'1" and weigh 250.
No, seriously. MJD, I think, was like somewhere in the two teens. But just, I mean, like when he played, just quads, like freaking, just massive tree trunks.
Yeah.
And they call him Pocket Hercules. Like, you couldn't bring that dude down. Like, he would roll into you like a bowling ball, and you just
they blow the whistle and stop because he's like gone too far with the standing standing group.
So anyways, we're looking forward to that. That's going to be an awesome time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, we're looking forward to Astros moving on and getting to be a part of that.
They play today at what, 8 o'clock?
Yeah, I think it's 7. It's probably at 8 Eastern.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, most of the, like, I'm sure they want the Boston fans to get a prime time. So.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. So how long does a baseball game last? Because sometimes that seems kind of late. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock before it's done.
My kids were just asking me about this the other day.
Yeah.
Because at least with a football game, because it's televised, it's going to take 3 hours.
Yeah.
And there's actually only 1 hour of actual play. Because you got 15-minute 4 quarters. But with commercial breaks and timeouts, they do everything to get you to 3 hours. With a baseball game, man, it can be 3, depending on if both pitchers are mowing people down and getting strikeout punch-outs, or it can be freaking 5 hours, like if both clubs are just freaking mashing and the pitchers can't get out.
I'm looking right now on Google over here, so yeah, I'm Googling it, and the longest time is 8 hours and 25 minutes.
That's definitely a one that went into extra innings.
Yeah, and then the longest extra innings is 26 innings.
That's
and it was tied 18. It was tied 1-1.
Yeah, we had a game back in 2005. I think it was like
1-1. I would just like, all right, let's just go home. None of us are playing good.
So baseball purists won't like this, I assume. But new school, non-playoff, just regular season games. What they started to do is if you go to extra innings, you automatically start with a runner on second.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's just to make it go quicker.
Yeah, to try to make it go quicker.
They do something similar in football too, right?
So what they started doing is you can no longer go for a field goal. You have to go for a touchdown, or after the touchdown, you have to go for a 2-point conversion. You can't, so they're looking for somebody to make an error.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask you about the Astros' future in the next 4 games, which I think they're going to sweep. And I don't want you to jinx it or be superstitious about it, but who is the other 2 teams playing? What do you think is going to happen with them?
On the other side, National League.
Yeah, the National League. What's the deal?
I honestly think that...
Who's playing? When are the games?
It's the Braves and the Dodgers.
The Braves.
And I'm almost guaranteeing that it's going to be the Dodgers and the Astros, because I know that's what Major League Baseball wants to see. They want to see us face them again.
Yeah.
They want the cheating scandal to come up again. And it's going to be good for TV, good for commercial, money, and good for the network. So
you think that Los Angeles has more pull than Atlanta?
I do. I honestly, just if you think about it, just Los Angeles has more viewers than
I'm curious
Atlanta.
about Jed. We talked about Jed being a super big Astros fan. He's from Los Angeles, though. He's born in California.
Oh, is he? I didn't realize that.
And I think he reps the Dodgers a little bit.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's call Jed. Jed just have a baby, so he might not answer. Let's call him. Let's see what he has to say. We've been talking Astros all day, so Jed will have some shit to chime in.
The Dodgers had a pitcher that they free agent signed. Guy talks a bunch of crap about us. You know who we're talking about if you're an Astros fan, and honestly,
Sorry, I can't get the phone right now. Please leave me a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
Jed,
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Jed, it's Kevin and Nico here. We're live. We're trying to get some.
trying to see if you're a Dodger fan, dude.
Trying to find out if you're a Dodger fan. If Houston matches them in the World Series, call us back if you can. If not, we'll holler at you later. Peace. So
So in any case, they got a guy who's constantly talking crap about us.
Who is this guy? Let's put him on blast.
I'm not gonna mention his name because dude is a freaking wife beater, dude, or a girlfriend beater, or a freaking.
Oh, so you don't even
beater.
want to give him any credit?
No credit. I don't even want to mention this guy. Right
I don't know the guy's name as well. I'm trying to get you that. I'll look him up later, but fuck him.
Yeah,
fuck him, whatever. But yeah. You want to try to call Mikey the King? See if we can get him on the line.
Good, man. Let's ask him about the ruling for trans kids in Texas not getting to play with the
Let's put him over here.
the gender that
let's
they
see if we can FaceTime.
claim.
Let's see if we can FaceTime. How do we do this with him seeing us?
We gotta put it right here.
I guess. I don't know how this is gonna work if he's gonna even answer.
This part doesn't make for great great podcast.
It does, especially when the guy doesn't answer. So there he is. There he is.
Can they see that?
Mikey, we're live on the air.
What's up, guys?
Live on the air.
We're live. We're doing our thing. Want to make sure everybody around is watching. We got some really big stuff coming up today. Nico's in the house. Kevin's in the house.
We've been in the house. We've been here.
We got Frenchies taking naps. Those guys have been there. I'm slacking. I'm horrible. I can't make it. One day soon we'll change the date, and I'll be able to make it because my weekends are insane for the rest of this year.
Yeah. That's because you're blowing up. We were talking about it earlier. When you get unbusy, then we should be scared.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, you look like you're in the Walmart or the Home Depot. So I'm gonna let you go. We love you, brother. The show's almost over. We just want to shout out to you.
Love you, man.
Yeah. So today you're the French Bulldog, and tomorrow we'll have something. Or next Friday, if you ghost us, we'll have a new character. We're gonna invest in a dummy,
Blow-up doll.
or a mannequin. I think we're gonna go steal a mannequin from Dillard's.
Yeah.
Or JC. JC Penney. Mike used to work at JC Penney. The hookup.
Yeah.
I won't stop the ground.
All right, brother.
JCP.
We love you, man. We'll talk to you later. All right, cool. We got him on the phone.
The 8-ball says that Mikey's stupid. So
Let's ask the 8-ball if so. All major decisions at Ace Office Furniture
are made by the 8-ball.
are made by the 8-ball, and we owe all of our success to the 8-ball.
Major decisions like should I get Chinese food for lunch today?
No. Like
Without a doubt.
without a doubt.
Without a
See,
doubt.
it does not lie. It does not lie to you. Oh man, I'm gonna wrap myself real quick. We got like 15 more minutes, but man, I'm super excited about this.
Awesome news.
We won. Ace Office Furniture won the Better Business Bureau winner of distinction in our category. This is the award. This is me up on the podium. I didn't give a speech or anything.
That's too bad. You should have.
No.
Should have been like 25 minutes.
But yeah, we're super excited about that. I was able to bring all my employees, and my installers are everything, dude, because they're the last people that my customers see, and they don't get enough credit. And I like to give all the credit to them. That was their award. They got to come to the event. It's a huge event. There was probably 400 people there. Nice China dinner, 4-course meal. I mean, they really do it up. Just getting invited to the thing, you've already won an award. You know, you have to win a portion of your category to be invited. So they really got to see the big picture of what they're doing. That award is their award because they can make or break a furniture deal because they're the last people that the customers see. And my guys are great at it. I love you guys. I don't know if you guys are gonna watch this stuff because we talk about some crazy stuff, but props to you guys. And without you, we wouldn't be what we are. And all the Ace customer service is because of you guys. And you know it because I pay you for all the reviews we get. So that nice little fat bonus at the end of the month guarantees that. So
That's nice, man. That's good of you to do.
Yeah, I'm proud of that. That's our 5th year in a row to win this award.
That's
awesome.
5th year. Just another shameless plug for his guys, man. They just so you know, I don't know if I even told you, Kevin donated to my son 2 pieces of furniture for his Lego build out. I mean, his room was exploding, had no room for his Lego builds. This guy's a master of just like creating things. He just goes off script, not even using the instructions for some of the Legos. And so we're running out of room, and Kevin donates a couple of nice pieces of office furniture.
They didn't fit though, because we had your daughter measure.
Yeah, my daughter didn't measure one of the angles.
Length, but not width.
Yeah.
But it ended up being better than we thought.
Right. Yeah. We but your guys had to take the pieces apart to bring them in, and then put them back together inside the room, and so I was very thankful that they had just really gracious attitudes while they were at the house. I was like, man, I don't know if this is gonna look right, and they were like, dude, we'll stay, and like let's reconfigure. You want us to reconfigure? Let's look at it in different ways. Like we don't have to leave right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, these guys are good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll let them know. We let them know all the time that they're great. My main man Ronnie, he's everything to us, and he'll sweet talk you, guy or girl. And man, thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate it. The award, the BBB status is because of you guys all the way. I mean, I have to give credit to them. So we're about at 55 minutes, man. Do you have any other topics you want to talk about? We're at 52 minutes. I apologize. Do you have any other topics you want to talk about?
I did actually think a topic to discuss with you. So yesterday there was a court ruling in Texas that transgender high school students cannot compete as something other than what's on their birth certificate. And what happened was one side of the argument made it into a case for LGBT community being shunned or being being put in a position to become depressed, and they started citing suicide amongst that community, suicidal rates. And for me, nobody was saying that we don't love LGBT community. What we're saying, and specifically, like, I have no problem with a woman who identifies as a man going to play in a man sport. But where I do have a problem is a man who identifies as a woman going to play in a woman's sport. Because they have, unfortunately, for them, even if they don't identify this way, they have a structural and muscular...
but isn't that unfair if one can go one way and one can go the other?
Well...
That doesn't seem fair at all to me. I think
maybe you don't do it at all. Maybe you have to just create a whole new, like,
transgender league?
Sports. Yeah, I mean, it's not...
That's like 2 more leagues?
We can't have somebody who has man muscle, right?
Yeah, you should. In my opinion, whatever the ruling was, if you have to go off your birth certificate, then that's good. That should stand.
Right. So
that's how I feel.
And here's where it becomes an issue, right? It's like, I'm thinking about for high school students. What if one college program says, you know what? To hell with like what seems fair. We could get a bunch of these transgender men who are saying they're females, who have unique advantages against females, and instead of giving women's scholarships to women, we'll give women's scholarships to transgender men who identify as women, and we'll just run the floor and freaking dominate people, and we'll just get all the wins. And then you have other colleges that maybe start doing that, and all of a sudden, what happens to the girls' scholarships? They get none. They got no girls' scholarships. Like, it's just men getting scholarships and men who identify as women getting scholarships.
So I don't understand the ruling. Was it different before that a transgender girl could play in the guy sport and the transgender guy that identified as a girl could play in the girl sport? Is this something new? I didn't know that this wasn't a.
I think people have been pressing,
I've heard of girl football players that weren't transgender.
Right.
They were just girl football.
No, this is like, I was born a male, but I never felt that way. I identify as a female, and I want to play athletics. Like, I want to be in girls wrestling, or I want to be in girls MMA, or I want to be in girls hockey, or I want to be in girls softball.
So is this the 100% no, right? And is that what we're both in agreement?
Well, so the Texas legislators said, no, we're not going to allow that.
Yeah.
And there was a backlash from the LGBT community saying this is discriminatory because, like, we identify this way, and so now you're saying that we can't go play sports as what we identify as. And for me, it's sad, like, but you have to take the position for me that, unfortunately, if we allow transgender men who identify as women to go into female athletics and somehow have an advantage, then it's another disadvantage for our women community.
And could it be faked to better? Yeah,
you could, right? Like, you could say, like, man, you know what, dude? I'm just gonna.
I didn't make this the first string guy.
I like punching girls, dude. Freaking.
So I'm an MMA fan, and they will not do that. UFC will. The UFC did.
Well, yeah.
UFC. Dana White is very adamant and very outspoken that he will never let a girl fight a guy.
No. They had a transgender guy fight
UFC.
Was it not UFC?
It wasn't in the UFC.
We'll have to look that up for next time.
Yeah, I mean,
I know a bunch of the famous MMA fighters came out and said, like, this is not right.
Dana White's been super against that, and Dana White, there was this guy, maybe we can show them next time too. He's a one-armed. He has this part of his arm that's missing, and he's never lost. And he does this crazy choke with one arm, and the one-arm choke is like defeating. There's no way to like pull the arm down like you would do if you were getting a rear naked choke. But Dana White won't sign him because he has one arm. And if he gets beat, I don't even know what his excuse is, but the guy's really good. He should get a contract. He could, fight with all those guys. But
this was so I don't know what the exact league is.
It's Bellator or one fighting.
So the person's name is Alana McLaughlin. It's born a male but identifies as a female. Won her MMA debut.
Who'd she fight? It's a guy that acts like a girl.
He who is identifying as a she fought a female and submitted the female.
That is total crap. That should never happen. And I'm sorry, I'm a feminist. I'm all about women's rights, outspoken, but there's a difference between body structures. And MMA, there's even 10. Yeah, I'm looking at the picture, and I'm not a fan of that whatsoever. And the ruling.
This person, who's a transgender person, spent 6 years in special forces military training.
As a man.
Yeah,
so that's not cool. In MMA, these guys are so talented that the weights go by increments of 10 pounds. And that can make the total difference of a fight. That's how good these guys are, and that's based on male structure. Women's structure is not the same. It should not be allowed, and all for women's sports. I don't know about the transgender. I think that's right. You should have the birth certificate, what you came out with. What you came out with, it was either coming out or going in. That's the way it should stand.
Oh, man.
That's kind of crude.
You're racist, Kevin.
Yeah, well, whatever. I don't know. That just seems really weird to me. A guy fighting a girl that identifies as a man. It's just all confusing to me. The bathroom shit.
Yeah, it's tough. And honestly, where I feel the most pain is in, like you said, I'm a woman's activist in most everything. I've got a wife who I love and support in whatever she's going to do, and a daughter who I think can do anything she wants. And I don't want either one of them to be held back. But it seems unfair to me that although the person identifies as a woman, they are technically male, and it's just another way that men or males are subjugating women.
That was a lot. That deserved the paper sack right there. That deserved it.
That's it, man. That's all I got.
All right, so we're 58 minutes in. I have a dare. Will you put that hat on?
No.
What will you do? Will you do something with the hat? I brought the hat for you. I burned it. What are you going to do? I tried to spit. Let me just show this because I don't think we even talked about this. I spit on this hat because it caught fire, and there's people knocking on the doors asking if everything's all right. But I spit, and it got all over Nico. Yeah, I spit all over.
Spit, it was like a flew on me. Yeah.
So do you want to spit back and maybe hit me, or do you want to just let's get a good spit inside there?
Here's what we're gonna do.
What we're gonna
do? We're gonna video
another video of us burning in the parking lot. Safety.
Yes, and that'll be on our next show.
Or we could just post it.
We'll post it.
We'll post it. Yeah.
It may have feces in it too.
Okay, that's burnt shit. The Red Sox. Burnt shit. That's what we're talking about. All right, so, man, this has been the Joker, the Ace.
The King of Missing Shows.
The King of Missing Shows. I like the new name.
Yeah.
Mikey, we love you. We miss you. Hopefully he'll come in next time. But
Going all in.
Going all in. Astros up on the board. Peace, guys. We're out. We'll see you next Friday.